And we're in. And welcome back to Final Fantasy. It's been a minute. I had to take a break, like I said. Mainly because I've done, I don't know how many episodes of Final Fantasy. I know I do it every week, but I've lost count. So, a couple things before we get into it. It's great to be back. Sorry it took a little longer. Had some corrupted data happen. Luckily, we didn't lose anything for Final Fantasy. It was a couple other games that we lost data in. So, what have I been doing? Well, for one, I decided to turn on the music. You might be able to hear it. I'm working on the volume still, so if it's a little quiet, don't worry, it's a work in progress. Also, brand new voice. Sounds a lot similar to the old voice. I'm just working on making a few adjustments so it's easier to understand me. It's also a work in progress, don't worry. So, off camera, I made good on my word and started leveling up a lot of other classes. So that way we could, do some variety every episode. So what I do? Well, I didn't touch any of my paladin, obviously. So let's go through the list. First we had Archer, which I was working on. By the way, you liked armor. I kind of like it for melees. That's the strongest set I have right now. As you can see, I have quite a few abilities. Now, I'm enjoying Archer. I just have one complaint. So let's get into it. We have these foot grays and leg grays. Foot grays binds them so they can't move. Leg grays makes them slower, so they move slower. Pretty self-explanatory, right? Well, except for the fact that I don't really work on bosses, so yeah, they might be dead abilities. Anyways, we have our basic attack, Heavy Shot, which does damage. Pretty straightforward, pretty simple, Heavy Shot. But as you do Heavy Shot, as you can just see, we get Hawk's Eye, which gives us access to Straight Shot. Unfortunately, it's like a 20% chance, so you won't always have it. We also have Venomous Bite, which poisons our target, and that poison does work on bosses. So basically you can poison them and then you just start shooting them with arrows. And hope that you get, I'm not going to get it, am I? Hawk's Eye, so you can do your powered up shot. Oh, and one thing that's nice, look at this. I can walk around and shoot all I want. There's Hawk's Eye. So yeah, as you can imagine, because it's chance-based, you never get it. Now one thing I do like is this ability, Bloodletter. It does an extremely powered up shot, but it has its own cooldown. So you can do this, and then you can instantly activate this. It's great for, I believe the term is weaving your abilities. And because on a cooldown you can just keep firing, and then oh look, that's off cooldown, we're back and we can do it. It's really nice for keeping up the damage, especially because we never get Hawk's Eye. Now in addition to that, we have some ranged abilities. We have Quick Knock, which does damage in a cone. Also gives Hawk's Eye, because guess what? There's a special version, this one, Wide Volley, that only works if you have Hawk's Eye. And aside from that, we have Raging Strike, which is a self-damage boost. Really nice to have. Overall, pretty simple kit. You're basically just wandering around, trying to dodge everything, and hoping you get Hawk's Eye for bonus damage. Pretty straightforward, right, Orbo? Yeah, I know, you're a little overwhelmed. It's been a minute since we've been back in Final Fantasy. Don't worry, I'm taking the reins mostly today. And it'll probably be a shorter episode because I'm just summarizing what we've done. Oh, and also we have this. Gives everybody in the team a little bit of a speed boost. Not as much as Sprint, but hey, it's nice. Overall, if this wasn't RNG based, getting Hawk's Eye, I'd like it. And of course they give it to me when I'm critiquing it. Yeah, this is going to be the next class we work on, and after we do all of our summarizing today, we'll begin the quest to become a bard. Because as you can see, I am level 30, which means I can do all the story quests, and blah blah blah. So that's the bard. I've also been working on the rest of them. Up next, Marauder. I'm not... Let me out of combat with these dummies. Do I really have to run away? That's annoying, I thought dummies didn't do that. How far do I have to go? I'm not in combat. Okay, maybe this wasn't a good idea. How far do they want me to go? Fine, I'll sprint away. This is going to be annoying if I have to do this every time. There we go. Alright, note to self. This is a bad idea, but we're doing it anyways. So up next we have the Marauder, who is the other tank we have access to, and the tank I should have been playing the whole time. Yeah, I should have looked into it, but I just went with my gut, if I had one. So, Marauder, pretty straightforward. Tank stance like Paladin, and we have our 3-hit combo. Heavy Swing, which leads to Maim, which leads to the newly acquired Storm's Path. The animations are nice, Storm's Path does decent damage, but it also gives the ability of healing. And the heal is actually pretty good, surprisingly. I figured it was going to be like, you'll never notice it. Your healer will never notice it, nobody will notice it, not even you. But no, it's actually pretty good healing. Aside from that, we do have an AoE move. I like the effects, it's called Overpower. It's great for bringing enemies to you, kind of like our Paladin's spin to win ability. But it's not very effective for damage. Now aside from that, we have our usual negate damage and all that tanks have. But the Marauder here has a special Berserk ability, which makes my next 3 attacks crit. And as we have a 3-attack combo, well, you can see we do actually really good damage for a tank. And we have survivability with our ability to self-heal. Overall, I really like the Marauder. Wish we had a better axe. And I wish I'd been playing this the whole time instead of Paladin. I like Paladin, don't get me wrong. It's just, I think Marauder's more my speed. But, as you can see, we're level 28, so I'm still working on grinding that one out. It'll be the one after Bard that we did the story quest for. And there we go, we've lost combat, which means... Up next is Lancer, who looks exactly the same because armor is limited right now. So, Lancer is the melee I'm liking right now. In terms of damage, I think it does the most, and in terms of fun to play. So, Lancer, we use a lance. They have 2 different combo strings, which is nice. We have True Thrust, but then we can lock Disembowel, which ends the combo string but gives us Power Surge for 30 seconds, increasing our damage. Then we go into Vorpal Thrust into Full Thrust for our actual damage combo, while we have damage up. I explained this before, right? Yeah, when I read all the abilities. But then we combine that with our Life Surge, which makes our next attack heal and do crits. We can really get some huge damage off there. You just gotta make sure when you're about to run out to redo Disembowel. Other than that, keep up the attack string. Pretty simple, but you know what, it's the beginning. I like it, does good damage, and mainly I like it because of the Life Surge. That plus Disembowel allows you to get some huge damage off, and it makes you feel like you're doing something, you're not just infinitely rotating it. Nope, let's see, start combat, go into Disembowel, we got damage up. Now we do full combo string, until we get Life Surge up, then we activate Life Surge, and then boom, huge damage plus heal. Plus it all flows nicely visually. And then of course we have Feint and Bloodbath, which every melee damage dealer gets. Feint makes enemies and enemies around the main target deal a little bit less damage, and Bloodbath, all attacks give lifesteal. Overall, I'm really liking Lancer right now. Now, when they become a Dragoon, that might change, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. I wish we'd have to go so far away. I thought striking dummies weren't supposed to give you aggro. Alright, we got a few more. We have the Pugilist, which just don't. Yeah, but you know what? It's the best type of gear, so we gotta go with it. Although it looks stupid. Also, I think I'm about ready to make a full glamour set. We're really close. So, as a monk, this one confused me the most when I was reading the abilities. That really hasn't changed. So, we attack, right? We start with Boot Shine, which gives us Raptor form, which we go into our newly acquired Twin Snake, which lets us go Coral, back to Oppo, but now that we did Twin Strike, Our True Strike has more damage and guarantees crit, which leads to Corial. But now that we don't have Raptor form, we go back to Twin Snake through this, and it's a very active combo style. And then we have our new AoE, which also triggers a different stance change. It's good damage. It just sometimes fries my circuits. Yeah. So I'm worried as it goes forward the complexity. But overall, I am enjoying it. It did put out the most damage for a while until Lancer got their third ability. It's just, I know as we add more and more stances, it's gonna feel less like I'm playing a monk and more like I'm playing a dancing game. Which some may like. I don't know. Too early to judge. We'll see once I become a monk and not a pugilist. Alright, last up we have... I'm not in combat. Allow me to change. There we go. Yes, it still looks the same stupid outfit, I know. And then we have Rogue, which... honestly, I feel sorry for because it's my weakest class right now. It does no damage. I don't have any good weapons for it, so even if I did level him, I'm not going to get any good gear for him. So I feel kind of bad. And in case you're wondering, this is what I have. I have stealth. Makes sense. And while I'm stealth, I get this trick attack, which is pretty good. Does the good damage, and I think enables, let's see. Yeah, increases damage dealt to the target. So it's really good. Problem is, it's one of those things where you can't hide against bosses. So what's the point of it? Against low minion, you can take care of them anyways in a 2-combo string. Whatever. They do have this nice shade shift, which is a self-shield. They have the standard healing and whatnot, but we only have a 2-hit combo. That into that. So as you can see, we do like no damage at all. So, although I want to like them, they're not coming out swinging very strong right now compared to the other classes. Maybe that will change when they're a ninja. I'm hoping it changes when they become a ninja, because I'm really excited to try out ninja. But right now, they just ain't doing it. They don't have damaging skills. I don't have any equipment for them. It's like the games tell me, give up on the rogue. Which I'd hate to be the case. Now, those are all the classes I'm leveling. Rogue's taking a little bit of a backseat, unfortunately, but... yeah, not as bad as the next two. The Arcanist and the Conjurer, aka the supports. Yeah, the Arcanist, whatever, I started trying to figure out. You have this, which is their basic attack spell. Deals damage. I don't remember how to summon, there we go, summon Carbuncle, because apparently they're all about summoning. Once Carbuncle's out, it enables you to do certain abilities. Which were, it was, Shield, right? Radiant Aegis, I think? Aether Charge, which makes my... yeah, there's a lot here. It confused me, it still confused me, but basically, with Carbuncle, I have access to, I believe, a shield. I also have access to healing with Physic. But now I can activate this summon Ruby Carbuncle, which can attack and gives me this Ruby Ruin attack. But it only gets 2 charges and I think it disappears back to back to regular, so I'm having a tough time with this class. That and I'm not exactly the quickest to select for healing. So I have not tried it in a party, which is why I have not done any leveling with it. Not only do I not know, I haven't figured out, I can do that. It's just, well, let's just say I have to use a lot more energy when I'm using this class than the others. Yes, Orbo, I'm aware that's because it's technically 2 classes, not 1. In case you didn't know, the Arcanist here, when you hit level 30, it becomes 2 jobs, Summoner and Scholar. So they kind of made it, Summoner is a damage dealer, Scholar is a support. So I'm kind of 2 jobs right now, not 1, which is why I'm kind of having problems with it. That being said, if I could figure out how Carbuncle properly works, or how Scholar properly works, it might be fun, but basically this class is in a weird position right now, and let's just leave it at that. And of course, finally, we have Conjurer, which I did put some levels in. This one becomes White Mage. And luckily, they're a lot more simple than the Arcanist, who's 2 classes. We have Stone, which is our only damaging attack. Does nothing. We have Arrow, which puts a damage over time effect, which is nice. And then we have Healing. Pretty self-explanatory. Although what they do, let's see. Cure heals. Medica is an AoE heal that targets you specifically, so don't worry about targeting somebody with it. And then we have, what, Isuna? Removes, some like poison, slow, damage down, stuff like that. And then we have Repose, which puts to sleep. So yeah, basically, we could put targets to sleep. We could put a damage over time effect on them. We can hit them with rocks, literally just throwing rocks at them. And then we have this AoE heal around ourselves. And then we can, hey, you're no longer poisoned. And then we gotta target the right person for cures. Simple, but if you're not healing it, you know you're gonna get yelled at. So I haven't really touched the healers once I started unlocking their abilities. Mainly because I have a hard time selecting myself. So yeah, a lot more practice is needed. Yes, you know what? I'm not even going to dispute that, Orbo. I really ain't. But that's all the classes that we have. Actually, I think that's all the classes in the game right now. I'm having fun with Bard, just wish there wasn't an RNG element to it. I like Marauder, which I was playing him over Paladin. And I feel sorry for the Rogue getting no love right now. On the luck side, I have no damaging abilities. I have no equipment for him. So I feel real bad. But it is fun, and I guess since we still have plenty of time, doing a shorter video like I said, and now that I've recapped, would you go? Thank you. Oh, this game. But like I said, as I've been grinding off camera and want to show off the fruits of my labor, took me a month to get here. But you know what? It was fun. It was fun learning all these things as they developed and finding classes I like and dislike. So, overall, Archer, the one range attack we have, I like. Marauder versus Paladin, I'm liking Marauder more. Kind of have to wait till they're level 40 like my Paladin. In terms of melee, well, I like Lancer. Pugilist is going to get very complicated very soon, and Rogue's just doing nothing. And I'm not even touching support. That support does not exist, ignore these. That being said, once Archer becomes a Bard, Marauder becomes Warrior, Lancer, Dragoon, Pugilist becomes Monk, Rogue becomes Ninja, Arcanist becomes Scholar and Summoner, and Conjurer becomes White Mage, this may change. But basically, this is the play order. Black Mage, still my number 1, a little boring, but number 1. And then this is my most leveled up class. So, yeah, I've been having fun, and let's go do some of the story for the Bard. Well, unfortunately, it's set in Gridania, which is why we're here. But you know what, the sooner we get done, the better. So, let's go see what the story of the Bard is. The Gladiator was entertaining, the Black Mage was... I don't want to say standard, but I feel like standard is the only way to describe it. But here we are. Now we got to find the Archers Guild. The Archers Guild. And of course we have abilities to unlock doing this as well. Archers right here. Honestly, I do like this outfit, and I'll probably turn it into a glamour once we move past it. But I think it'd be great for Monk and Lancer. Bard looks alright on, but clearly it wouldn't look very good on some of the other classes. Alright, I have trained with the bow way too much. What do you have for me? Ah yes, the bow becomes you, Mechanist. Now, before proceeding any further, I must needs gauge your innate aptitude for archery. Yeah, remember, you're supposed to do this at level 5. I'm 30. To this end, I hereby assign you the following trial. Slay the squirrels, ladybugs, and funguars that roam just beyond the city gate. 3 of each should suffice. I've already taken on much stronger enemies, but again, I didn't do any of the story quests because I want all of you to experience it with me. In doing so, you will prove your fitness to join the Archers Guild. It goes without saying that you must do so using your bow. Report back to me when your task is complete. Now go, Mechas, and earn your place. Yep, this is gonna be such a challenge. Yeah, I know I should have done it off camera, but you know what? The stories, they actually have stories, they're not just, oh, you did your job. Anyways, you know, there's actually a story to it. The Farmer Turd was learning about the dangers of magic and the avarice that comes with it. The Gladiator is about, you know, the show and recognition of it. So there is story to it. I'm curious what the Archers is going to be. That being said, let us just quickly one shot, and one shot. Really, they did it one shot? Let's see, take care of you. That's all of them, right? Let's see, Ladybug, let's poison you. That's easy. Now, some fungus. Fungus. Where's the fungus? Oh, there's a fungus. Target it. Thank you. Poison, and you're done. Don't care about the ladybugs. There's another fungus. You're done. And last little bit of fungus. And there we go. Hey, look at that. Such a difficult challenge. I know we're over-leveled. But still, now we can see where the story might hopefully go. I hope. Okay, let's sprint. This is taking too long. Also, what color should we dye this outfit? It looks alright being white, but... I guess it all depends on who all I want to wear it. If it works for the Lantern, the Monk, or Pugilist, I'm gonna call them what they are. The Monk is a Monk, the Dragoon is a Dragoon. So I gotta pick a color that works for all of them. I know Dragoons typically wear, like, what, blue and black and purple. Monks, I kinda see wearing red. I don't know. We'll pick a color. When the time comes. Alright, I have proven that I can use a bow and that I belong here at the guild. Now, what's my story? Also, what abilities will I unlock? So a couple are locked behind quests. I can't wait to find out. Welcome back, Mechas. It would seem you have successfully completed the trial. You have proven yourself worthy of a place within these halls. It is with this pleasure that I name you an Archer of the Guild. As fellows of the path, let us together strive for greater mastery of our art. Now, though you may be a member of the Archers Guild, know that your seniors will not coddle you with personal attention. I don't care. It is up to you to seek out the experiences you need to grow as an archer. I'm level 30. By the way, by way of the first step, I encourage you to practice proper technique. Already have been. Loose arrows after arrows, I do. Paying close attention to form until the movement becomes second nature. I can fire at enemies without seeing them. I think I'm good. When drawing your bowstring has become as natural as your drawing breath, easily done, and I don't breathe. And the world seems clearer when viewed down the shaft of an arrow. Return to me, go, well, my young apprentice. Oh, that was just a level 1 quest, not even the level 5. Now we've officially begun. And a bunch of worthless things, we'll take the money, we get a bow which we don't need. And yeah, we officially begin the story. Now, like I said, this was more of a welcome back episode, we're going to call it there next week. We're going to try to do the whole Archer storyline, back to our 40 to an hour long episodes. But yeah, it's good to be back, right, Orbo? Don't give me that. It is, and I can't wait to see what the story of the Archer is, and to become a bard and see what all abilities they unlock. Maybe because bards are about singing and dancing, so it's weird that they have the bow. That is what has me most curious. Yeah. Well, that was a lot of fun, and I hope you enjoyed as much as I enjoyed gaming. This has been The Mechanist, logging off. Until next time.